Hey, welcome to Hubbards Journey, and we are doing a full ship tour on the Carnival Glory, deck by deck.
We're starting all the way at the bottom like we usually do and working our way all the way up to the top.
Now keep in mind, this ship really isn't the best of shape right now.
But here's the thing, the Carnival Glory wasn't supposed to look like this right now. This ship was scheduled for a full dry dock right before our sailing, and it got canceled. Instead, it had a short wet dock in Barcelona, so it's kind of in-between version of the ship. Some areas are in great shape, some show their age, and some are completely closed off for repairs.
So today, we're going to show you the real Carnival Glory. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
All right, so let's go on a ship tour of the Carnival Glory. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We're starting all the way down on deck 0. And while this may not be the most exciting deck on the Carnival Glory, it is an important one. You'll find crew access down here, but this is also where you'll sometimes go on and off the ship through security on port days. But even more importantly, down here is the medical center, one of those places we hope you never need to visit. And one quick note, if there's ever an emergency, medical can be reached at any time, even outside the normal business hours. Moving up, we hit decks 1 and 2. These are both passenger stateroom decks. This is also a good time to mention that on the Carnival Glory, some passenger decks do have self-serve laundry. And here on decks 1 and 2, you'll find the laundry room just behind the midship elevators. Now let's head up to deck 3, where the action and the venues start to pick up. Deck 3. In the front, you have the Amber Palace Theater, the Colors Lobby and Bar, guest services, shore excursions, the art gallery, the Golden Restaurant, and in the aft, the Platinum Restaurant. Let's take a look. Starting all the way forward is the Amber Palace Main Show Lounge, also known as the theater. This is where you'll find the ship's main production shows, live performances, bingo, and big events throughout the cruise. This is the lower level of the theater, and it actually spans 3 decks, so you'll see additional seating as we move up. Just outside the theater, we step into the Colors Lobby, which really acts as the heart of the ship. This is one of the main gathering spots on board for live music, events, and activities throughout the day and evening. This space opens all the way up through multiple decks to the skylight above. And each level is part of what's known as the Old Glory Atrium. But down here on deck 3, you'll find a bar, a small entertainment stage with seating all around, and the ship's glass elevators rising throughout the middle of it. Surrounding the atrium, you'll find guest services, shore excursion desk, and both are important stops if you need assistance or planning your time in port. You'll also notice the Dream Studio. This is where you can book private portrait sessions during your cruise, whether you're looking for color or black and white photography. And the Deck 3 ship map also shows the art gallery being just off the lobby. But on our sailing, it was only a few pieces displayed along the walls. But instead, we had a pop-up art auction set up on sea days inside the White Heat Dance Club on Deck 5. Be sure to check your fun times for times and locations if this is something that interests you. Now, before we leave the lobby area, let's take a quick detour and head outside on Deck 3, starboard side. And that's because we want to show you one of the 2 outdoor spaces where smoking is permitted. Just off the Colors Lobby, we come to the Golden Restaurant. This is one of the ship's main dining venues. This handles your time dining, which gives you more flexibility to decide on when you eat, since you'll check in through the Carnival Hub app instead of going to a set table each night. This dining room spans both decks 3 and 4. But it's really best thought of as one connected space with 2 different entrances. Now, looking at the ship's map, you'll notice that the Platinum restaurant is all the way aft, and it also spans decks 3 and 4. This is the second main dining room on board. It's used for assigned dining, whether it's early or late. Here you'll have a set dining table, time, and wait staff for the duration of your cruise. But this venue can actually be a little tricky to find. The only way to access this venue is by using the aft elevators or stairs. Normally you'd be able to walk from midship on deck 4, passing through the Ivory Club Lounge, but since that venue is currently closed for renovations, that route is no longer available. So no matter where you're coming from, make your way aft first and then go up or down to the appropriate deck for your dining reservation.
Are you trying to get to the dining room?
Or are you trying to leave the dining room? Well, we're actually leaving. So I'm gonna show you, we're not gonna actually take the elevators, we're gonna take the stairs. So I'm gonna show you, we're on deck 4 right now. We're gonna go up to deck 5 on the stairs and take the promenade deck. Let's go.
Let's go.
Deck 4, the Amber Palace Theater, the Black and White Library, Circle C, Pixel's Photo Store, the upper level of the Golden Restaurant, the Ivory Club Lounge, and the upper section of the Platinum Restaurant in the aft. Let's take a look. Moving up to deck 4, all the way forward is the Amber Palace Main Show Lounge. We already showed on deck 3. We're starting out here at the Old Glory Atrium. From here, you get a great overlook down to the heart of the ship. This is also where you will see your photos displayed along the Pixel's Photo Store Gallery. And in the store, you can purchase your cruise ship photos, keepsakes, and a few other vacation essentials. Adjacent to the atrium and the center staircase is the Black and White Library. This is a smaller enclosed space with books, games, and a quiet space to sit for a while. The furniture here does look a bit worn in spots, so this may be one of those areas still waiting for a future update. Adjacent to the Golden Restaurant, you'll find Circle C, designed for the middle-aged guests on board. Here they'll meet for supervised games and activities. It's also worth noting that in this area, this is as far aft as the public walkways will take you. And now we're showing you the Ivory Club Lounge.
The Ivory Bar, but you can see it's going through construction, and there's many places on the ship that are going through improvements.
During our sailing, this venue was closed off for renovations. It's typically a space used as a music lounge and a cut-through to the Platinum restaurant. We're not exactly sure what they're doing with this space, so if you happen to be on board and it's open, let us know in the comments below what you think of this space. Deck 5 is where things really heat up. You have the upper level of the Amber Palace Theater, the fun shop on both sides of the Old Glory Atrium, Heroes Tribute Bar, Cherry on Top, Camel Club Casino, the Kaleidoscope Bar, and in the Kaleidoscope Boulevard you have the Java Blue Cafe, Club O2, the Warehouse Arcade, White Heat Nightclub, the Alchemy Bar, Cinnabar Piano Bar, Blue Bar, and the Ebony Cabaret Lounge. Moving up to Deck 5, this is where the Carnival Glory really starts to come alive. And the flow seamlessly moves from forward to aft. Day or night, this deck is active. Surrounding the Old Glory Atrium are all the fun shops. This is where you'll find everything from duty-free items and souvenirs to clothing, accessories, and a wide selection of jewelry, along with a few items you may have forgotten to pack. And for the young or the young at heart shoppers, there's also Cherry on Top, a colorful candy and gift shop filled with sweets, treats, and fun souvenirs. And right here off the atrium area, you'll come across Heroes Tribute Bar. This space honors active military and veterans. But it actually really functions as a sports bar with large screen TVs and military memorabilia displayed throughout. It's a great place to catch a game or just sit and relax with a drink. And just on the other side of the Heroes Tribute Bar is an access point to the Camel Club Casino. This is the main gaming area on board, with slot machines, table games, and plenty of energy once the ship gets going. There is a smoking section to one side and a non-smoking section on the other. And right within this space is the Kaleidoscope Bar and entertainment venue, so you can grab a drink without ever leaving the action. Moving aft along the Kaleidoscope Boulevard, you'll find the Carnival Adventure Store, where you can pick up branded Carnival merchandise and souvenirs. Java Blue Cafe is also in this area and a great stop for specialty coffees, pastries, and a quick pick-me-up. We also noticed some newer seating added along this walkway, which gives you a nice place to sit while staying right in the middle of everything. We should also note that on the ship's map, in this area is Club O2 for teens, but during this sailing, this area was also closed. Instead, Club O2 met within Circle C. Right next door is the Warehouse Arcade. The Warehouse Arcade is a fun, casual spot filled with games for all ages, looking for a little friendly competition. The White Heat nightclub is one of the ship's main late-night venues. This is where things really start to pick up after dark, with music, dancing, and themed parties that keep the energy going well into the night. And just around the corner, you'll find the Alchemy Bar, which is easily one of the most unique spots on board. Here, the bartenders act more like mixologists, crafting custom cocktails with a bit of flair. And it almost feels like a show as much as it is a bar. And then tucked away around the corner from the Alchemy Bar is the Cinnabar Piano Bar. This venue has a completely different vibe and a huge following. It's an interactive, laid-back space where live piano music, sing-alongs, and crowd participation really add to the fun. And then finally in the aft, we have two venues with slightly different vibes. Bar Blue is a more casual lounge space with a blue color theme. Here you might find smaller events or live music. And finally, the Ebony Cabaret Lounge. This space really stands out with its bold decor, featuring a tribal or African-inspired design that gives it a completely different look and feel from the rest of the ship. This space is typically used for comedy shows, karaoke, live music, and game-style entertainment. So the atmosphere here can change quite a bit depending on what's happening. Moving up to decks 6, 7, and 8, these are all passenger stateroom decks. Like we mentioned earlier, some of the passenger decks on the Carnival Glory have self-serve laundry. Typically, they're located on the starboard side, just behind the midship elevators, but you can always check their locations on the Carnival Hub app. And as we made our way through these halls on embarkation day, this is where we noticed things feeling a bit refreshed. There was even that new carpet smell in the hallways. Deck 9 is a combination of staterooms in the front, followed by venues in the midsection as well as in the aft. You have the turquoise pool, surrounded by the Red Frog Rum Bar, Blue Iguana Tequila Bar, Blue Iguana Cantina, and Guy's Burger Joint. Moving inside, we have the Red Sail Lido Buffet, the Carnival Deli, Bonsai Sushi at Sea, and the Coffee Bar. Moving outside in the aft, we have the Azure Pool and Azure Bar, Seafood Shack, and Pizza Pirate. Moving up to deck 9, this is where things really start to open up and head outside. This is where the ship really begins to feel like a vacation. Deck 9 is full of venues and really centers around food, pools, and relaxing in the sun, and it's easily one of the busiest and most popular areas on the ship. First, we come to the turquoise pool area, one of the main outdoor spaces on board. It's surrounded by lounge chairs and a great place to relax during the day. And just above this area on deck 10 is the Carnival Seaside Theater, where you can catch movies and events on the big screen, all while enjoying the pool deck below. And right nearby, you've got the Red Frog Rum Bar and the Blue Iguana Tequila Bar, two of the most popular drink spots on the ship. Whether you're in the mood for something tropical or a margarita, this is where a lot of people tend to gather. And just steps away, it's time to grab a bite to eat. Blue Iguana Cantina serves up fresh tacos and burritos. And on the other side is Guy's Burger Joint, which is always a favorite for made-to-order burgers and hand-cut fries. As we continue inside, we move into the Red Sail Lido restaurant and the main buffet area on board. This is where you'll find a wide variety of options throughout the day, from breakfast to lunch and dinner, with different stations offering something for everyone. And within this area, you'll also find the Carnival Deli, serving some of the best sandwiches at sea. Bonsai Sushi is one of the specialty dining options on board, so there is an additional charge here. And if specialty coffee is your thing, we've got a coffee bar right here adjacent to the Lido. Just above this area, we're going to take a quick detour and go one deck up, because this is where you'll find Chicken, Waffles, and Waves, another casual food spot that fits right into the Lido experience. Now continuing aft on deck 9, we come to the Azure Pool and Azure Bar, which gives you another outdoor space to relax with a slightly different vibe from the main pool. This area also has a retractable roof, so depending on your sailing, you could still be swimming and enjoying the pool undercover. And adjacent to this pool is the Seafood Shack. If you're in the mood for something different, this specialty dining option comes with an extra charge. But what doesn't cost extra is pizza. And Pizza Pirate offers some of the best pizza throughout the day and well into the night. And for self-serve ice cream as well as frozen yogurt, you can find self-serve at both the aft and the midship pools. Deck 10 is a mix of staterooms forward, but as you move aft, it really opens up with outdoor space and plenty of room to relax. We have Carnival WaterWorks, Carnival Seaside Theater. Moving inside, we have the Emerald Room Steakhouse, Chicken Waffles and Waves, and the upper seating of the Red Sail Lido. Deck 10 is actually the deck we stayed on for this sailing, and there are a couple of things worth noting. Unlike some of the other decks, there is not a self-serve laundry on this level. And if you want a closer look at our balcony cabin, we have a full cabin tour and review on our channel, which we will link in the description below. But one nice feature here is the access to the outdoor observation area at the very front of the ship. This is where you can walk out and wrap around the bow of the ship for some really great views while cruising. Now let's continue outside. Here you'll find the Carnival WaterWorks. This is water fun for all ages. Up here you also have stadium lounging facing the Carnival Seaside Theater and overlooking the pool area below. So unlike the area on Deck 9, you get to see all the action, but you're just a little bit further from it. Heading towards midship and back inside is the Emerald Room Steakhouse. This is one of the specialty dining restaurants on board. It's an upscale experience for you steak lovers and some delicious food. And wrapping up in the aft of Deck 10, you have the upper seating area of the Red Sail Lido, as well as the chicken waffles and waves we showed you earlier as part of the buffet experience from Deck 9. But what we didn't tell you is just outside here on the starboard side of this deck is the second outdoor smoking area. And here you are partially undercover with great ocean views. Now as we move up to the higher decks, the layout starts to shift a bit. Instead of one continuous deck, these levels are split between the forward and aft sections of the ship. And this is really where the Carnival Glory starts to separate experiences, with areas focused on relaxation and wellness or active fun spaces. Deck 11 has some staterooms, along with the fitness center and the Carnival Spa and Salon. This whole area is designed for relaxation and wellness. Whether you're coming in for a treatment, getting a workout, or just taking a break from the busier parts of the ship. Just above this area on Deck 12 is for the kids and Camp Ocean. This is a dedicated space for the youngest cruisers with supervised activities and programs throughout the day. But moving outside on Deck 12, this is where you'll find the Serenity Adult-Only Retreat, which spans 2 forward decks. This area is geared towards relaxation and indulging. A space designed for just adults, with lounge chairs and 2-person clamshell shaded beds, all facing forward to take in the relaxing views of the ocean. Finally, continuing all the way up to Deck 14, the Serenity also has 2 adult-only whirlpools, giving you a great place to unwind while taking in the views from a little higher up. Moving midship on deck 14, this is where you'll find the entrance to the Carnival WaterWorks slides. Heading over to the zone in the aft, the vibe shifts a bit. This is where you'll find more of the active outdoor spaces like the sports deck on deck 12. This is where you'll go for basketball, pickleball, and other activities, along with a jogging track for all ages and abilities to keep active in the open air. And then up one level to deck 12 in the aft, you'll find the mini golf course, which is always a fun activity for all ages. These upper decks around the ship are a mix of relaxation, family spaces, and indoor and outdoor activities to really make the most of your cruise. And that wraps up our full tour of the Carnival Glory. We hope this tour gave you a real look at what this ship is really like right now. The space, the layout, and everything in between.
Wrapping up our final tour of the Carnival Glory, and we're going to give you our final thoughts on what we thought about this ship.
Well, the Carnival Glory is an older ship, and it's a smaller ship. It was supposed to have some dry dock updates, and it didn't have it. So around the ship, there's definitely some maintenance being had, and a few things are still in the works.
We definitely saw maintenance happening everywhere.
But there was one thing that really surprised us.
The food, oh my God, the food was amazing.
Most of the time we had our breakfast in the main dining room, and Michael really enjoyed.
Oh, the steak and eggs down in the breakfast. You cut that steak up and you put it in your mouth. It just melts in your mouth. I'm telling you, I think they screwed up when they bought this steak because it was unbelievable.
We went to the Blue Iguana Cantina, the pizza place.
And the seafood shack. Oh man, that was good too.
We did pay for the seafood shack. Typically we do the bonsai sushi, but we didn't do it on this ship.
We didn't do
It
it
didn't
on
really
this ship.
appeal to us. It's not really a standalone station.
And the way it was kind of laid out didn't look appetizing.
But what did we have more times than not for lunch? Was the deli.
Steak and cheese, baby.
They had some really good sandwiches, but his steak and cheese.
Don't look at the belly, look at the face.
And then main dining room for dinner, more times than not. We really didn't do the buffet, but that was all good.
And relative to the entertainment, we really didn't see a lot of the shows and entertainment because...
Well, we were working. We took this as a catch up on work, catch up on our sleep, which was really important.
It was actually pretty good that we caught up on all that.
And we did a little bit of playing in the
Casino. We met Scott on the ship. We did a joint venture in the casino.
Oh yeah, casino time was always
We did
a lot of
casino.
fun.
We did casino. I thought the casino itself was decent. I mean, you could smell cigarette smoke, but I didn't think it was that bad. They do have a smoking and non-smoking section.
The one thing you do want to know about the Carnival Glory, she has a little bit of a quirky layout. So you might want to get familiar with where you want to go and then do some exploring.
When you first get on the ship, you definitely want to explore because it can get challenging trying to get to the dining room. So get out there and explore. We definitely suggest that.
The weather in the crossing was a little rocky at first. Yes, we have a balcony and our door didn't close at first. So that was interesting.
Curtains came flying in.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was an adventure.
But as we're getting closer to Florida, it's warming up.
It's warming up. We're outside. We still need to work on our tans. So
I know.
I'm thinking about going looking for a lounge chair to scope out. What are your thoughts?
I'm thinking about going to the casino.
Huh?
I really had a lot of fun with Scott.
Maybe the casino's in our future. But anyways, thanks for coming along on this journey.
And this is where I say, ciao for now.
We'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching, but there's more to explore.
And don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
So you never miss any adventures.
Click on one of these videos to keep the journey going.
And this is where I say, ciao for now.
We'll see you soon.